Hello. Hi, I'm Jeffrey. This is my partner, Tucker. And we're shooting a walkthrough video here of our Mercedes Sprinter camper van. Thought I'd talk about the van itself first, and then we'll jump inside and do the build. But yeah, this is a 2020 Mercedes Sprinter 2500 cargo model. This has the 4x4 high and low range. It's a true 4x4. They make, they have their own transfer case. So you switch these into four-wheel. They're not all-wheel drive like a Subaru. They're more like a Jeep where you switch it into 4x4 and you can literally go anywhere. So they're for off-roading. They even have a low range. And this van has 16,500 miles. Big old light bar on the roof up there. Light up the night like it's daylight. I think it's amazing. The other stuff you can't see on the roof is there's a roof fan up there and 300 watts of solar. So we've got side steps. This one for the driver's side is short. The passenger side one goes all the way under the sliding door. These 4x4s are pretty tall, so they're a nice feature to have. We've got a T-vent venting window here on the driver's side, and awning bunk windows. So these awning out away from the van, so they can be opened while it's raining, just like those T-vents. And even a rainy day, you can have the air open. So back here, where do we begin? So we've got, I forgot to bring the shower spray, the hose. I left it at this is a quick connect for a shower, for a hose sprayer. And this is the water fill. So there's 20 gallons of water on this wheel well. That's a built-in tank with the water pump feeding both the faucet up front and this rear shower sprayer. And then on the other side, we've got the battery bank. So we've got 200 amp hours of lithium ion batteries. This is all top of the line stuff. This is Renogy smart batteries. So they have protection in them to protect them from the cold. And all Renogy components. That's charge controller, can be monitored with a Bluetooth app on your phone. So you don't have to come back here and look. You can just check on your phone. And there's also a 3,000 watt inverter over there. That's a pure sine inverter for powering any of these outlets. So there's a couple outlets. There's this one, there's another one up front. So those are for things you plug in. Back here, maybe an air compressor or anything you need an extension cord to power outside the van. And then up front, we've got a double outlet also. So the power system is all charged with the 300 watts on the roof. And then there's also a charging DC charger on it to charge it while the van's running. So there's two ways, two backup ways to have the you never run out of power, right? But with 200 amp hours of lithium, I mean, we're only powering that fridge, the heater, the roof fans, I mean, the lights. This is way overpowered. There's like plenty of, you could be boondocking for days and days. It's hard to calculate exactly how long because there's always solar charging them during the day. So it's really self-sustaining. It's never gonna let you down, you know. And I'm gonna jump around on the front here. So it's a little bit windy. I wasn't able to get the awning out, but there's this big, huge, beautiful awning up there, which is my new favorite thing in camper vans. Until I had an awning, I never really got why people would spend the money or the trouble. But now, gosh, now that I have one, I can't live without it. So this awning is great. It creates shade, obviously, for when, the hot summer days. You create a shady spot. But what's wonderful is if it's raining, rain will be coming in the door because the van's curved like this, right? So if it's raining, I just bring the thing out like a halfway, and you can have, just during a nice little rainstorm, even have the nice the door open, so it's a pleasant experience rather than oh no, it's raining and we're shut inside. So I got these seats turned around already. Alpine Mechanism seat swivels. Everything in here is the best. Those are the best ones, and just like everything we choose in here, try to choose the best components. Before I jump in, there's this little seat right here to mention. I'm going to jump in here on the driver's seat. You know, this little seat's super convenient. I jump in and sit down, take shoes off, or to check on things, look on the phone. And then hidden inside of it, a little cassette toilet. This is a Thetford cassette toilet, and they're really basic. It's a 2-chamber setup. Blue chemical goes in the bottom. Works really great. Turns all solids into a liquid, and then it stays down there. So it's, we don't use those for full-time use. They're just there for when it's necessary. So you pick and choose what goes into these little spaces, right? Because there's only, we've only got 60 square feet in here. So we pick and choose, and instead of doing a full bathroom and taking up the whole darn space, we make use of other ways. I tend to do like my showers at Planet Fitness. For a $10 a month subscription to Planet Fitness, you get unlimited visits with showers, and can even use the massage chairs. It's great. And then I get more space for things like this galley. We got a big giant sink. I think the sink's integral and important to be. This is a giant one. You could drop whole pots and pans in here. And the big full-size 130-liter fridge. So these are things I find that are important. Is, you go into RVs and everything, they try to put the whole house in there usually. So you wind up with teeny tiny sink, teeny tiny fridge. Everything is teeny tiny and plasticky, breaky, cheap stuff. So, some things are important, like this sink, for instance. And so we pick and choose what to make space for and where to save and so forth. And, me and Tucker here, we've been building vans for 10 years. We got the first one 10 years ago in 2011. And we've been building these full-time professionally for 4 years. So we've got a shop here outside of Aspen's Base Camp Custom Vans. And this has been a personal van. And in our personal vans, me and Tucker have traveled 350,000 miles together. 350,000. That's a lot of overnights. That was not done running up and down this valley. That was a lot of weekends away, long trips for a couple weeks at a time. And on 2 different occasions, we did it over 3 months, full time, right? So we've given this stuff a lot of consideration, and we've had lots of overnights, like I said, and lots of times. So one of the things to consider, besides, how the van is laid out, is, there's how it's laid out and then the materials. And in all these years, I've personally owned, this is like my 6th or 7th, I can't remember. We've built over a dozen of these for customers, but I've owned personally and traveled in a whole bunch of them myself. And we don't always have this beautiful weather, for instance. And one thing we find is the space can be real easily to overbuild this space. You can start building in from both walls, lots of cabinetry, and then you just wind up with a little hallway down the middle. And, that might be fine while the doors are all open. But hey, when it's raining out or it's cold and it's snowy or something, and we're stuck in and we're sitting inside, all of a sudden this stuff starts to matter. And it feels claustrophobic if we're too, sorry, I'm fidgeting with things. It feels a little claustrophobic if it's all built in and closed in. And so to that end, I even like to leave the cabinets open. This is by design on purpose. We do this, let me turn the lights on in here. These lights have a dimmer. There's a dimmer for the puck lights and a dimmer for the, for these cabinet LEDs. And so, we leave the cabinets open. We've done them before where we did the doors and that lift and close. And gosh, we find we're clamoring and slamming doors looking for our thing. This way I can go, oh, there's my cool mug. There it is. And there's no danger. Things don't go flying around. I don't ever hear these things clack into each other. They might shift around a little bit, but all this stuff is level, so it's not going to go anywhere. And there's a nice lip. There's a 2-inch lip on these as well, in case you're concerned. So all the cabinets are open. We even leave these open. They've got little lips on them with these L brackets. And very, very comfortable and plenty of room for everything, but it's also got a nice open feel to it. Just also want to mention the materials themselves. We build all of this cabinetry from scratch. We build this all custom. Everything's made. All of the cabinets are cabinet grade maple. Even the doors, we laminate them, but they're solid wood. There's no particle board or anything. Even the painted white this is all maple. We trim everything with aluminum. There's a nice lip on a nice steel lip with this thin bar of steel. To keep things from moving. But like same thing, the countertops level, these things don't shift around. I just been driving around all day. These things just sit there. Right? And so all of this stuff was made custom, and with the idea of them lasting a long time, many years. So, you know, we trim things to be durable. I'm pointing out this T-molding that is also, aside from the aluminum, everything will have like a nice finish to it. So we want this van to look and be functional for years and years, right? So the bed itself was set up like this. We'll put a queen size mattress. So this is 60 by 80. 60 wide by 80 long, the size of a queen. And if we want to use it for some other, you know, a lot of times if you fix the bed in, then that's all it is a fixed bed, a big huge chunk of real estate. Half the van is a fixed bed. Well, then you can't really, oopsie, it's not coming out, is it? I wedged it. So we built this way. The idea of this came from the fact that, you know, we'll have the batteries over one wheel well and the water on another wheel, and we used to enclose them in their own box and then suspend the bed. I realized, oh, if I integrate the box around the batteries with making a bed platform, you know, then we have extra room for shelves and stuff. So we've got, you know, 2 big cubbies for in the back, 3 in the front on each of them. And then you could have the van be walked through. Maybe one weekend, you know, you need to put a bunch of bikes back here or big, huge surfboards. I don't know what you can. Sometimes I need to go to Lowe's and load lumber, and we just can have a clear walk through this way. It's really nice feature. The cabinets are like this on purpose. This is we use these things in the winter time, and in the winter, it's really great if the batteries the water can stay warm so things don't freeze. So we integrated the box. Instead of closing them in, I use these sliders, and that's functional design, because then I can keep the doors open when the heat's on in here, and I'll keep my batteries and my water from freezing. I have to put the vent in still, but there's a Webasto Airtop heater in the base of the seat tuckers in. I just need to get the little air vent, and it'll be arriving today or tomorrow, and we'll cut that into place. But yeah, this is a full 4-season camper van. We've got insulation in the floors and the walls and the ceiling, even in the headliner up there. And so there's a heater for the winter, cold months, and ceiling fans to keep the van cool with airflow when it's hot out. I've also got an overhead shelf above the driver's seat. It's not so low that you lose the visor. You can still stand up and stuff, but now I can have room for things like some extra blankets and some hats or whatever. This is like 12 inches of extra cabinetry there. And I had a whole bunch of mental notes to make sure I didn't forget anything, and now I can't remember if I've forgotten anything. I wonder if you have any questions, you know, please don't hesitate to reach out and ask. I love talking about these things. And this one's available. It's for sale. And if you're interested, I'll look forward to hearing from you. I think that's all, Tucker. Going to take Tucker he's been a champ. We're going to take him for a walk, and I will look forward to hearing from you. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.